Clemson fan Bobby Dirkens here. And yes, I'm doing a reaction to Clemson and Mississippi, or Clemson. See, I'm used to saying Clemson. To Alabama and Mississippi State. Now let's go ahead and talk about this game and what happened yesterday. Yesterday, y'all were watching the CBS network, and we know we had to hear about Tim Tebow in that. Tim Tebow was going to be the start. I think what they should do is they should limit them to 3 Tebow references. And since Vern's gone, it's just Gary there. And go ahead and, you know, let's sit there. And anytime he mentions past 3 Tebow references, they slap him in the head. It's like he hadn't played in like 10 years. I mean, that's like bringing up Dorfs McKinnon that used to play down at Ole Miss. Dorfs McKinnon. I made that up, but see, if they brought up Dorfs McKinnon all the time, you'd be like, who's Dorfs McKinnon? I mean, they love talking about Dorfs, but Alabama wins the game 24-0. 2 weeks in a row, you have shut out somebody who comes in with a good defense and no offense. Now, Alabama fans, I want you to know this. Some of my biggest followers and some of my best followers are Alabama fans. Most of us good, sensible Alabama fans, or Alabama fans, and most good, sensible Clemson fans have a ton of respect for each other. I respect Alabama. I'm not going to sit here and hold up signs going, we want Alabama, like, you know. Most teams that does that get the crap beat out of them. The only team who has played y'all worth of crap in years has been us. It has. Ton of respect there. Last year you drug us. You played it. You played a team who had a quarterback that was in between Deshaun Watson and now the other guy who is amazing. And the only reason that story got any big, any reason it got any story, because this new rule had come up. At the end of the day, we wish our former quarterback the best, but at the end of the day, you see why we replaced him. We threw the ball 40 times yesterday against Boston College. We had our other quarterback, we did not throw the ball 40 times in 3 ball games. So, mad respect to Alabama. Most of y'all, Mel and Matt's on here. I've seen a ton of you already checking in. Thank you so much. May there to all of you, Mel and Matt. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. So let's talk about what happened in the game, and then I'm going to directly tie this in with Clemson and Alabama and what I believe is going to end up being a national championship. May there, Austin. Good to see you, buddy. As I said, Alabama wins the game 24-0. Tua was 14 of 21, 164 yards. He did come out in the second half. He was already playing with an injury, got injured a little more. I'm going to tell you right now, he threw what, his second interception of the season. He's still a credible football player. Tua is a ridiculous football player. May there, David Lockhart. Good to see you. Jacobs, he's one of the 4 running backs that they have. It reminds me of somebody. 20 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Smith Jr., 5 receptions, 70 yards. Y'all played against... You know what you played against? What reminded me of what Clemson was last year. You played a team with a guy who lines up in the position of quarterback who can run. And they're athletic. And against a lesser team, they would destroy somebody. But. May there, Orange 1973 and the James Gang Rock and Roll. May there, Matt Boast. But what y'all did in Mississippi State looked a lot like Clemson in that playoff game. They have a guy who lines up at quarterback who should probably go play tight end. Maybe go play on the defense. He's a really good athlete. Make a lot of money. Tons of money. I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying the position he's playing is not for him. Well, he did this a couple of weeks ago. He was 11 of 20 for 125 yards passing. I don't know if anybody remembers when you're supposed to throw the ball as a quarterback. Unless you're Navy or Army. Right? Right? Yeah. Jack Ricker, may there to you. Hound Dog, may there to you. Thank you for joining me. Good to see you. But their team has a bunch of starters on it. I heard there was more NFL scouts that game yesterday than there was at the LSU game, and because of the talent that was on Mississippi State's defensive side. Montez Sweat, just to name one of them, ridiculous player. They held Alabama to 3 points in the second half. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. That's not because Tua got hurt. You've got way more than Tua on your team. You know it, I know it. It's not just Tua walks out there and y'all win the ball game. Y'all were winning when Hurts was in there, right? Right. So you can't blame it on that. Mississippi State's a good football team. Who hung out Mississippi? You won the game fair and square. Who hung out Mississippi State was their offense, who assumingly has never snapped a ball. Lined up and snapped a ball before. Never have. I've never seen so many false starts. I've never seen a team who couldn't get the offensive play in like I've ever seen. And let me go ahead and tell you this. Clemson's got a great defense. We've got a great, awesome. If there is one team that reminds me of Alabama, it's Clemson. And if there's one team that reminds me of Clemson, it's Alabama. Our defenses are fantastic. We know that. We're not dumb. Okay? All right? But the point is, you played against an offense that was non-existent. You played against an offense that was non-existent last week. Clemson, last night against Boston College, well, they gave up a touchdown. That wasn't even offensive. I admit, we played an offense that was non-existent. Does that take away from what both of our teams are doing? No. And we are in a league of our own, the two of us. We're not like Michigan. Would you like to play Michigan tomorrow? I'd love to play Michigan tomorrow. That'd be hilarious. Another team with a really good defense and very little on offense. Would you like to play Notre Dame tomorrow? I would. Would you like to play Oklahoma tomorrow? And their defense that ain't there? Love to. I know you would. So what I'm saying is there's mutual respect here. But I have to say this about both of us. The only two teams in the country who can beat us is the other one. So yesterday, y'all did face some struggles. Clemson faced some struggles with our quarterback. Boston College did put some pressure on the quarterback. We still won 27-7. You guys won 24-0. You won. Here's the thing I'm going to point out that I did notice about that game. Once again, another game you didn't play an offense. I'm not throwing stones at you. Same thing with Clemson. All right? As I said, this is not personal. This is nothing personal. I'm not coming at you. Most of my really good followers are Alabama fans, and I have a ton of respect for you. So, I'm saying something I'd say about my own team. But, Mississippi State did not show up with an offense. LSU, what a joke of an offense. But what I did see is that they've got pressure on Tua. Whether his ankle is bad or not, pressure. So, if I was Alabama, what would I do right now? I would rest Tua. I would not play him in this next game. Y'all's next game, let me pull it up and let me look at your schedule. Y'all forgive me here. Y'all be a little gentle with Dirkens here. Pull it up. Yeah, your next game is against the Citadel. It's against the Citadel. You have no business playing Tua in that game. If this was Clemson, and I saw Tua jog out there, I don't care. I don't care who the coach is. Except if his name was Jesus Christ, I would not march him out there and play that game. Hopefully they'll rest him. Because you're going to play Auburn the next week. Now, I think you're going to beat Auburn. I don't think you're going to get what happened last year. That's going to be in Tuscaloosa. You're already a lock for the SEC championship, which I believe you're going to beat Georgia. And if you lost to Auburn, you're still going to go in and play Georgia. I believe you beat Georgia, and you're going to you're going to go to the college football playoff whether you have a loss or not. So if you lose or not, you're in. If you lose against Georgia, you're in. I mean, it just is what it is. Everything is playing in your favor. Why would you play Tua? Why would you play Tua? Don't play Tua. I don't care who's on your sideline. Dabo Swinney did that. I threatened him within an inch of his life. Don't you play Tua. I think Saban will probably rest him. He'll run Hurts. He'll run this other guy that played yesterday. But you look strong. Clemson, Alabama, they look like the two teams. I mean, it is what it is. It's two. I mean, in years past, we've seen from whether it was a couple of teams from the SEC, whether it's Clemson, whether it was from teams out of the Pac-10 from years ago. Man, there, Lee Griffith, good to see you. We would see these talents that would come out. We'd have these talents that would come out. And the truth is that, you know, you had Oklahoma. Well, the truth is, you know, Oklahoma, are they a team you just play around with? No. But do I see Oklahoma as dangerous as they were last year? No. No. Ohio State, Michigan, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, unless something happens, Ohio State's beating Michigan. And we're going to get this little fiasco over. We're going to get this little fiasco over. Ohio State's going to beat Michigan. Michigan will get loss number 2. They're gone. Ohio State will probably... I know you guys would love to play Ohio State. I love to play Ohio State. I love to play Michigan. Be fun. Be fun. Media's going to blow it up. They're going to give them all the pats in the world so viewers will go in. Oh, we got Michigan here. You know, back in years ago, they had a president who used to play for them. Yeah, back when Napoleon was still running things. That's how long ago it was. I mean, hey, who can play like Clemson and Alabama? I called in on a Volunteer Roadshow the other night. If you don't know Volunteer Roadshow, look him up. Volunteer Roadshow is awesome. I called him up and I said, Alabama and Clemson are the only two teams who can play each other and it be interesting. I said, you tell me who, all right? You tell me who's got an offense and a defense. Or a defense and an offense. Michigan? Man, that great defense. And their offense. Have you seen the Big Ten? Me and a few other guys ate crow because we actually gave the Big Ten actually some props coming into this season. I didn't think that Wisconsin was going to become anemic. I didn't think that out of nowhere that a lot of this crap would just, I don't know, end up being what it is. Michigan State, they're always up and down. Michigan, they're still living off of what I like to call off of a shell of history, meaning there's a shell of history there, but it's history. It's not here today. Oklahoma lost Mayfield. And when Mayfield played for Oklahoma, go watch him play against Clemson. Didn't turn out well. Beat him to death in that game. Beat him. I mean, beat him. Beat him. I heard from so many people, Clemson hadn't seen a quarterback like him. And I was like, yeah, they hadn't seen defense like Clemson. They hadn't seen a quarterback like at that time a sophomore Deshaun Watson. I mean, if you sit and you watch the suits and ties, and I'm not against all the suits and ties on TV. I'm only against some of them. Some of them they get stupid with and saying a bunch of crap. It's like they drank like a whole gallon of Jack Daniels and then went on the air and just started talking. You know? But the truth is, it is Alabama, it is Clemson, and then it's everybody else. I think Notre Dame's going to win out. So you're going to get Notre Dame. So one of us is going to get Notre Dame. they stay at number 3, I think we're going to get Notre Dame. We're going to stay at number 2. Y'all are going to stay at number 1. It is what it is. Number 4, probably, maybe Michigan. And Mel and Matt just said, pray for us. College Game Day is going to UCF this week. UCF, you know, Lord help them. Lord help them. I don't think they're a bad football team. I think they're a good football. I think they're a top 15 football team. Top 15. But I just don't see them being a playoff contender. Tiger Nation said he enjoyed watching that game against Mayfield. I enjoyed watching that game too. Beat the crap out of them. That I'm just telling you, it was what it was that day. Enjoyed. So, I mean, Notre Dame's going to win out. Alabama's going to win out. Clemson's going to win out. ACC is trash. But I'm going to say this to you SEC fans. Let's go into the East right now. We know the ACC sucks. You know the second best team in the ACC right now? Syracuse. Really, go look at their record. Look at what they're doing. Look at how they've improved. I didn't say they were great. I said, who's the second best team? Then everything else is trash. Then let's go to the SEC. Georgia in the East. And then who? Alabama in the West. And then who? LSU with that great defense. They only play one side of the ball. Mississippi State, one side of the ball. Mel and Matt says, what happens if Q's beats Notre Dame? See, right now, I think we both want Notre Dame to go undefeated. That was not the question. Your question is, what if they do it? They could do it. They could do it. Don't be surprised if Syracuse beats Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame will win the game, but I think it'll be a close game. Watch me be wrong. I don't know. But if they beat them, I think we both want Notre Dame to go ahead and solidify the spot. Go ahead and solidify it. We want that committee making as few decisions as they have to make. Because this is the same committee who put LSU at number 7 after you guys beat them 29-0. Do we really want those people making that decision? I'm serious. Hey, stop screaming! I'm here trying to entertain the masses. Matt Boast asked a question. What do you think about Kentucky burning out? It was coming. That flame lasted a lot longer than what I thought. Kind of like the time my dad leaned back and wanted to poot on the ladder because he heard that, you could fart on the ladder and it'd create a ball. Caught his legs on fire. Looked like a snake flame wrapped around his pajama bottoms. That actually happened. But they last much longer than what I thought. I mean, Kentucky's good for... You have to think about what standards is, am I saying good? Is Kentucky good by our standards? Lord, no. Are they good by Clemson standards in 1999? Yeah. Yeah. Are they good by Alabama standards in 2005? Yeah. Are they good by Alabama standards now? No. Oh, Lord, no. Saban go kill himself and his family before he'd let them look like that. I mean, Kentucky, here's the deal about the East. And us Clemson fans have to put up with South Carolina fans talking trash. Oh, we're in the SEC. At least we're losers in a good league. And it's like, y'all are like the girl in the trailer park bragging to all her friends. I know I got this black eye and he beats me all the time, but I get beat by the biggest arms around. That's the dumbest comment I've ever heard in my entire life. I mean, I'd be done. I mean, Alabama is the king of the SEC. The only reason that the SEC is relevant is because of Alabama. I like Georgia. I have a lot of good Georgia followers, but until last year, Georgia was not relevant. Georgia was just another team who was recruiting really good players and barely get 10 wins. Auburn had that one national championship when they had the once-in-a-lifetime player. once-in-a-lifetime player come through and play for them. Had Nick Fairley on the team. They were down to Alabama 24-0 at halftime, come back and won the game. That's how good they were. Clemson almost beat them that year in Auburn. Almost doesn't count unless it's hand grenades or, farting near somebody and they have to smell it and go gag and throw up. But the point of that statement is that LSU has recruited. I mean, they had Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. on the same team and couldn't even spell national championship. Couldn't spell it. So, and y'all know I'm not a conference guy. If any of you are new to me, I'm not a conference guy. So if the ACC, if a team emerged from ACC tomorrow and won national championship, I give two flying craps about it. Absolutely can. I pull for the guys. I don't pull for Duke. I don't pull for Duke. Forget Duke. We just haven't been in the same conference with them. Well, conference means something to you. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's like people was getting, pissing their pants over Kentucky 2 weeks ago. Kentucky's number 11 in the country. Did you really believe that? Did you really believe that Kentucky was number 11 in the country? How far has our standards fallen if that Kentucky team? Is Kentucky a horrible team? No. But are they a good team? No. That's like when I saw NC State was rated, what, number 17 in the country? I bust out laughing. I went, they're not number 17 in the country. They're not number 17 in the country. Those bunch of wolf dogs up there in Raleigh, they think they're great or something. They talk so much trash to us. I wish Dabo would have tacked on another 3 touchdowns so maybe we could humiliate them anymore. Well, Alabama, I'm going to let you go. Congrats on your win. I'm pretty doggone sure we're going to end up meeting in the playoffs unless, something stupid happens. But congrats to y'all. Both our teams do need to realize that if our quarterbacks is getting pressure on them, it is creating mistakes. And I know you're like, well, duh, that happens with everyone. No, I'm saying is when your team is not used to having pressure on the quarterback, it is what it is. Trevor Lawrence had more pressure on him yesterday, and we're going to have to protect him a little better, and we're going to have to grow him up a little more. Or else there's going to be some problems, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you who can put pressure on Clemson, Alabama. But I can tell you right now who can put pressure on Tua. It's our once-in-a-lifetime line we got. The point there is we both got some work to do in protecting our quarterback, and whoever does, I think, wins the game. Congrats to y'all. Y'all be good. Have a good time. Pass this along to everybody. Pass this along to everybody. I don't care if they're an Auburn fan. It's okay. You can hit the subscribe button. Remember, you can find me on Twitter at @BDirkens, BDIRKENS, or you can find me at @TheBobbyDirkens on Instagram. Every now and again, I just share some good nuggets of life that just, while I'm sitting on my thinking toilet, comes to me, and then I share with you. It's Bobby Dirkens saying, you keep showing up, Lord knows. I'll absolutely keep showing up.